This is a Channel 7 News weather advisory.
Hi everybody, I'm Ned Perme in the Channel 7 Weather Center. Severe weather continues to encroach further into central Arkansas. We have a brand new tornado warning. As you just saw, this one is for Saline County. This will go along with a number of other tornado warnings that remain in effect. The area shaded in red now included is Saline County. We do have a possible tornado that was reported 14 miles northwest of Benton or about 3 miles south of Perme, Arkansas, moving toward the northeast at 45 miles an hour. Another possible tornado located near the city of Hot Springs will move into Saline County during the warning period. Let's take a look at live Doppler 7 radar. We can see clusters of strong thunderstorms. Each one of these has the capability of producing tornadoes at a moment's notice. And again, Saline County, we have a tornado warning in effect. A possible tornado you can see just to the east of the Hot Springs area, moving toward the northeast at about 45 miles an hour. We'll be moving into western sections of Saline County. Some of the areas that will be affected by this path will be Lonsdale, Nance, Owensville by just before 4 o'clock, also Crows, Arkansas, and the town of Perme, also into the Congo area in Saline County. If we can escape out of this one, we also have another possible tornado, as I mentioned, 14 miles northwest of Benton, Arkansas. 14 miles northwest of Benton. It is moving toward the northeast at about 45 miles an hour, and that storm, again, will be affecting the town of Perme, Arkansas. So again, a volatile situation this afternoon. Very strong cold front will be pushing into the state, and of course we're expecting these conditions to continue for several hours into the evening and nighttime hours. So this is going to be a fairly prolonged event tonight. We do have a tornado watch that is in effect for much of central and all of eastern Arkansas throughout the nighttime hours. That tornado watch remains in effect in all the areas shaded in green. We also have active thunderstorm warnings for Lincoln County, as well as Phillips County and Cleveland County and Hot Spring County, as well as Pulaski County. Let's take a look at our weather cam vantage point moving westbound into southwestern sections where these thunderstorms are beginning to brew. We are looking westbound, and you can see some of the cumulus beginning to tower off into the distance there. And these are those thunderstorm clusters that we looked at on radar moving into Saline County at the present time. And these thunderstorms will be overspreading western sections of Pulaski County as well as Perry County within the next hour or so. So again, from the Hot Springs area north by about 14 miles north of Benton, all the way into western sections of Perry County and Pulaski County. These where these very strong thunderstorms are continuing to move toward the northeast at about 45 miles an hour. And now Saline County until 4:25 under a tornado warning. Stay tuned to Channel 7 for further weather developments this afternoon and evening.
This has been a Channel 7 News weather advisory. This is a Channel 7 News weather advisory.
Once again, everyone, I'm meteorologist Ned Perme in the Channel 7 Weather Center. We now have additional tornado warnings. These clusters, each of these clusters seem right now to be producing possible tornadoes, and we have several of them. You just saw the ones we talked about for Saline County. Now we have Faulkner and western sections of Pulaski County under tornado warnings. Let's take a look at the map, and you can see we have 2, 4, 6, 8 active tornado warnings that are in effect, covering much of central and southwestern Arkansas this afternoon. The latest ones that we have for Faulkner County and western Pulaski County in central Arkansas. Doppler radar is indicating a tornado 26 miles southwest of the Conway area. That's 26 miles southwest of Conway, moving toward the northeast at approximately 45 miles an hour. This is about 26 miles southwest of Conway, or about 16 miles southwest of Natural Springs. And Natural Springs and Natural Steps is in the path. Natural Steps is in the path of the storm, as well as Ferndale, Pinnacle, Little Italy by 403. 405 Natural Steps is in the path of this storm. This is the one that is moving toward Faulkner County right now, and also in through the Maumelle area. Now we have another tornado warning. This one has also been issued for Pulaski County. Again, this is moving into the Pulaski County area out of western sections eastern sections, I should say, of Saline County. So we have the thunderstorm moving toward western sections of Pulaski County. Also from the Conway area northbound, possible tornado that will be moving toward Valonia and Holland and Naylor, Enola, and eventually toward El Paso. So each of these clusters of thunderstorms that we're showing you on live Doppler 7 radar, including the ones where active warnings are in effect for Saline County and now Pulaski and Faulkner County, each of these clusters are capable of producing possible large tornadoes. So again, until 4:30, Faulkner and western Pulaski County, and until 4:25 for Saline County. Now we have live Doppler 7 radar again showing you these thunderstorms, and also taking a look outside on our WeatherCam vantage point. We are looking westbound, and we can see these thunderstorms now moving into western sections of Pulaski County. These thunderstorms not only will produce possible large tornadoes, but large hail and very high winds have been reported between 60 and 65 mile an hour winds. Also Miller County, we've just received word that Miller County is now under a tornado warning. Miller County in southwest Arkansas near the Texarkana area, we have a tornado warning now from Miller County has just been issued. As we take a look at live Doppler 7 radar, we can show you that Miller County, as we zoom into the southwestern part of the state, is now under a tornado warning. That thunderstorm producing a possible tornado is located near Texarkana, as you can see. So Miller County, this is moving toward the northeast and will be moving into an area that will take it into Hempstead County within the next 30 minutes. So out of Miller County, this particular thunderstorm could be moving parallel to Interstate 30 and possibly moving toward the Hope area. So Miller County is now under a severe thunderstorm and tornado warning, possibly affecting Beck, Hervey, Spring Hill, and on toward Hope at about 4:21 this afternoon. Again, let's take a brief overview of radar if we could, show you the whole state. And we do have these large supercell thunderstorms that are occurring at the present time. The heaviest cluster is we'll zoom into central Arkansas, where an active tornado warning remains in effect for Faulkner County and western Pulaski County until 4:30 this afternoon. A possible tornado is indicated about now 20 miles southwest of Conway or 16 miles southwest of Natural Steps. And these are moving toward the northeast. These storms will be moving toward Natural Steps, Roland, Mayflower, eventually toward Conway and Valonia as they continue to track northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is from North Little Rock looking westbound again. You can see the state capitol off in the distance. And these thunderstorms in western Pulaski County and Faulkner County are beginning to move into the metropolitan area and will be affecting the metropolitan Little Rock and Conway area during rush hour commutes this afternoon. So possible tornado activity, large hail, and also very heavy rains can be expected as these thunderstorms move through the area this afternoon. And also don't forget that just issued Miller County a tornado warning. Stay tuned to Channel 7 Weather for further and rapidly changing weather conditions this afternoon and evening.
This has been a Channel 7 News weather advisory. Calling Channel 7 News weather advisory.
Once again, I'm Ned Perme in the Channel 7 Weather Center, and White County has now been added to a list of counties under tornado warnings this afternoon. White County is now under the tornado warning until 4:40 this afternoon. As we take a look at the map, you can see that we are moving to over a half dozen counties in Arkansas that are under active tornado warnings, and now White County has been added to this list. As we take a look at live Doppler 7 radar, this is the storm that is moving out of Faulkner County. Remember that Faulkner County remains until 4:30 under a tornado warning. That tornado was possibly located 16 miles southwest of Natural Steps a few moments ago. It continues to move very fast at 45 miles an hour and is now moving into western sections of White County, located about 9 miles southwest of Romance, Arkansas. With this track at northeast at 45 miles an hour, this possible tornado will be moving through western sections of White County and be affecting Naylor just before 4 o'clock. Enola Also, El Paso, Mount Vernon, Romance, and Floyd, Arkansas are in the path of this possible tornado-producing thunderstorm that is moving out of Faulkner County and into the western sections of White County. So until 4:40, White County is now under a tornado warning. The Pulaski County Sheriff's Office has just told Channel 7 Weather that they have spotted a funnel cloud near Garrison Road. The funnel was aloft. That is in the western sections of Pulaski County. Possible funnel cloud has just been sighted by the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office near Garrison Road. The funnel cloud was aloft, but remember, funnel clouds can lower to the surface and become a full on-the-ground tornado in just a matter of seconds. Very strong winds are also occurring between Ferndale and Roland at this hour, along and between Highway 10. This is Highway 10 that you're seeing right here, I believe. Highway 10 is running between Roland and Ferndale. And these thunderstorms moving across the Highway 10 area will produce some very strong winds as well as some hail in excess of 1 inch diameter. We'll pull out now and show you again that these clusters of thunderstorms, we have 3 of them. One that is moving through western sections of Saline County, the second one moving through Faulkner County and western sections of Pulaski County between Mayflower and Maumelle, and the third one now moving out of Faulkner County toward western sections of White County. So those are the active warnings we have in and around the central Arkansas area, which do include Pulaski, Faulkner, Saline, and now White counties, all under tornado warnings until 4:40 and 4:50 this afternoon. Again, we are looking at our live weather cam vantage point westbound along the Arkansas River. I want to tell you again, the Pulaski County Sheriff's Office has spotted a funnel cloud aloft just a short time ago near Garrison Road. This funnel cloud was moving toward the northeast with this parent cell and will be moving into western sections of Pulaski County toward Faulkner County. These are the thunderstorms that we're looking at between western sections of Saline County into western sections of Pulaski County and western sections of Faulkner County. And also just north of that, if we could go, and there we have a very well-defined hook moving into western sections of White County. This area right here, moving toward El Paso. You can see on the screen there, I've drawn where the hook is located. Again, one more time, I will draw. This is a very intense thunderstorm from Rosebud. The hook in this general area here is moving toward and possibly will be passing just to the north of the town of El Paso. So again, this is the thunderstorm that is moving into western White County as we're speaking. This is live Doppler 7 radar. And also we have active warnings in effect for the metropolitan Little Rock area, which is going to be moving through the metro area during the afternoon commute this afternoon. So some very dangerous weather in the state of Arkansas this afternoon, and this will all likely continue into the evening and nighttime hours. We have a very strong cold front to our west, very strong winds aloft, and an area of low pressure aloft moving out of Texas will be pulling in later on tonight. And this is a classic setup for not only severe weather, but possible large tornadoes. So stay tuned to Channel 7 for further weather developments this afternoon and evening.
This has been a
Hi,
Channel
everybody.
7.
Once again, meteorologist Ned Perme in the Channel 7 Weather Center. Central Arkansas and the metropolitan area is now and possibly will be within the next matter of minutes affected by a tornado warning that has just been issued, and a possible tornado indicated 19 miles west of downtown Little Rock, or about 11 miles actually southwest of Maumelle. And we just mentioned a moment ago that Maumelle was in the path of this storm. Again, a radar indicated tornado 19 miles west of downtown Little Rock, or about 11 miles southwest of Maumelle. It's moving eastbound. This one is moving east. So this is taking a little bit of a right turn, which usually will indicate a definite possible tornado, we should say, when it does begin to move at right angles. So this is now moving eastbound at about 45 miles an hour. This path of this storm could take it toward Shady Grove, Woodland Heights, Mablevale, Cloverdale, Meadowcliff, Camac Village. by 4:30 this afternoon. And remember that this tornado warning, which does include the metropolitan Little Rock area, is in effect until 5 o'clock. Let's go in very tight on this storm and give you a little better perspective of where it is. In the just south of the Ferndale area is where we're looking at this particular storm. And it's continuing to move in a direction that will take it into western sections of Pulaski County and the western Little Rock area. We can take a look at some of these streets that will be affected by this particular storm as it moves eastbound at about 30 miles, or I should say eastbound at about 30 miles per hour. We are now looking live, if we could, at our weather cam picture, and we are looking at a possibility of this funnel cloud moving live into the western Little Rock area. This is a live picture of this possible funnel cloud now moving into the downtown, or I should say western Pulaski County area. This is a live picture, and again, we have a tornado warning that is in effect for western sections of Pulaski County. Once again, we have Pulaski County and also Saline County under a tornado warning. And what we are going to go now to is our Storm Link system, our Storm Link, which is in Saline County, where these thunderstorms just moved through a few moments ago. And I believe we have a live picture set up from Saline County. Again, what you're looking at is live Doppler 7 radar. This is another live picture. This is on the backside of these thunderstorms that are moving into the area. This is a live picture from the Saline County area, just near the Benton area, and these thunderstorms have just moved through the area and are now moving into the Little Rock area. And again, our live Doppler 7 radar picture is showing a fairly well-defined, and we're going to be zooming in a little bit closer here, a very well-defined hook just south of the Ferndale area. And once again, this particular thunderstorm and in this general area is moving to the east at about 35 miles per hour, at about 30 miles per hour, and will be affecting Ferndale, Shady Grove, Woodland Heights, Mablevale, Meadowcliff, Cloverdale. A funnel cloud has just been spotted 19 miles west of Little Rock, moving east at about 40 miles an hour. If we could get that original weather cam picture up showing that possible wall cloud that we're dealing with here moving into the area, you can see the lowering cloud in the western Little Rock area. And this is a live picture of a possible tornado or developing tornado moving into the western Little Rock area in the vicinity of Maumelle, West Little Rock, and as I mentioned, about 11 miles now, about 11 to 14 miles west of downtown Little Rock. So again, this is a live picture that we're looking at from our Regions Bank building weather cam. We also have a storm link en route into Saline County, where we have coming back some pictures of possible damage in and around the Saline County area. But again, we do have a possible tornado in development in western Little Rock. And this tornado warning that is in effect for Saline County and Pulaski County now will remain in effect until 5 p.m. And again, one more look at our live Doppler 7 radar. We can show you just in the vicinity of Ferndale is where we're looking at that particular hook area: Shady Grove, Pankey, Woodland Heights, Meadowcliff, Cloverdale, and Camac Village. We'll take this off. And I will show you again that this area in western sections of Pulaski County is what we're looking at right here. This entire area is where the possible tornado or wall cloud is being reported in this particular area near Ferndale in western Pulaski County. And once again, this is a live picture that we're looking at from our Regions Bank weather cam westbound in that same area that I just pointed out on our live Doppler 7 radar picture. Again, we are going to go in a little bit tighter here. on this particular storm. And we will try to go into some general streets that are going to be affected by this storm. This is Canis Road right here, which is in the path of this storm out in western sections of Pulaski County. Canis Road will be affected by this storm. The Shady Grove area, it's moving directly in that vicinity. Also, again, that's a continuation of Canis Road in through the western Pulaski County area. This is Pride Valley Road right here. Going northbound with this particular storm moving into the metropolitan area is Gordon Road. And south of the area, this is Stewart Road. To give you an idea, these are roads that are surrounding the Shady Grove area, which is right now in the path of this storm. So persons in and around the Shady Grove area should take cover immediately because the storm is moving eastbound toward your direction at approximately 30 to 35 miles per hour. Tornado warning is also in effect for Greene County and northeastern Lawrence County in northeastern Arkansas. We'll go ahead and zoom out a little bit on this particular storm moving into the western Pulaski County area. That'll give you a pretty good aspect of where we're looking at around the rotation of the storm between Ferndale, Shady Grove, Pankey, and moving also into West Little Rock. And this entire area here that we're looking at, this entire area is the West Little Rock area. You can see right here that is Interstate 430 that runs between Maumelle and also southbound to the Mablevale area. So that general area is where the storm is moving toward at the present time at about 30 miles per hour. We have also had reports that nearly 1 and 1 3/4 inch hail have been reported from these systems near Rosebud in White County, also near Avila in Saline County, and also in Conway and Faulkner County. They've had over 1 inch hail being reported. And again, I want to reiterate also, if we could go ahead and zoom out, we do have two brand new tornado warnings you can see on your map. These tornado warnings are in effect in northeastern Arkansas for Greene County and northeastern sections of Lawrence County. There we are looking at these thunderstorms north of Walnut Ridge, just to the northeast of Walnut Ridge. These are moving toward the northeast at 40 miles an hour and should be moving toward Evening Star and also Beech Grove, Arkansas will be affected by this. So we'll get out of that, and that is in effect for Greene County and also northeastern sections of Lawrence County. Also, I believe Randolph County or Lawrence County, Greene has been issued, and also Clay County. That's correct, Clay County, because these thunderstorms that are moving now out of Lawrence County into Greene County will also be affecting Clay County as well in extreme northeastern Arkansas. And again, western sections of the Little Rock area are being affected by this possible tornado-producing thunderstorm right here between Maumelle down into Saline County, the areas that I just outlined there. Let's take a look at our WeatherCam vantage point from Regions Bank, and we can show you live what we're looking at is a lowering wall cloud in the western Little Rock area, in western Little Rock. Again, we're going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit further on this particular storm here that we're looking at into the metropolitan area. This is a live picture. Again, a very dangerous situation that we're looking at. This thunderstorm stretches from near Maumelle, Morgan, all the way down to near Ferndale. Go back to live Doppler 7 radar, and we'll give you some vantage points. This is Cantrell Road right here, which is a very familiar bypass through the West Little Rock area, and will very shortly be affected by this particular storm. So again, Pulaski County is in effect, a tornado warning is in effect for Pulaski County and Saline County until 5 p.m. this afternoon, as this thunderstorm moving into West Little Rock continues to move east at about 30 miles per hour. Stay tuned to Channel 7 for further weather developments. We'll be back very shortly with additional information.
This has been a Channel 7 News weather advisory.
The toughest thing in the world, yep. Because it's
Advisory.
Hi everybody, I'm Ned Perme. Once again, a brand new tornado warning has been reissued. This reissuance of a tornado warning is in effect for Faulkner County and White County until 5:20 this afternoon. So tornado warning has been reissued for Faulkner and White County. A developing storm containing a possible tornado is indicated about 28 miles west of Searcy or 7 miles south of Enola. This storm is moving toward the northeast, and on that track will take it just north of the Searcy area. It should take it just north of Searcy. Again, it's moving northeast at about 45 miles an hour. And the path of this storm will take it toward Floyd, Joy, Center Hill, Pickens, Latona, and Clay. Again, a tornado warning is in effect for eastern sections of Faulkner County and western sections of White County as that storm tracks out of Faulkner County into western sections of White County at about 45 miles an hour. It's right now in the vicinity of Mount Vernon and Romance. That's where the center of circulation is. Definitely very large hail. We've had numerous reports of large hail out of many of these thunderstorms this afternoon. Once again, a very serious situation is unfolding in the metropolitan Little Rock area. As we zoom in, we have active tornado warnings that remain in effect until 5 p.m. for Saline County and Pulaski County, As a matter of fact, we just also had a report just a moment ago that Bull Creek in Faulkner County, a tornado touched down in the vicinity of Bull Creek in Faulkner County, and injuries are reported according to the Faulkner County Sheriff's Office. The thunderstorm producing the possible tornado in the metropolitan area will be affecting Oak Grove, Cato, Sylvan Hills, Sherwood, Gravel Ridge, and McAlmont. Viewers have also reported baseball-size hail at Pinnacle Mountain. That's where we showed you the circulation was just a few minutes ago in the vicinity of Highway 300. You can still see in the vicinity of Maumelle and Morgan a very well-defined hook echo that we're looking at right now. Baseball-size hail has just been reported in and around the Maumelle area. A tornado warning has also just been issued for Arkansas County. Arkansas County has just been issued a tornado warning that will remain in effect for at least 45 minutes. You can see in the vicinity of Stuttgart, we have a very strong thunderstorm in the vicinity of Stuttgart. Tornado warning is now in effect for northern sections of Arkansas County, moving northeast at about 45 miles per hour. This storm moving just south and near the Stuttgart area will be affecting Elmira, Casco, Preston Ferry, Lawrenceville, Deep Elm, and Holly Grove, as that storm tracks through northern sections of Arkansas County and into southwestern sections of Monroe County. You can see the storm itself is centered right now between Stuttgart, Elmira, and Casco is definitely in the path of that storm. We have had funnel clouds being reported just a short time ago near Valonia in Faulkner County, and also 1.5-inch size hail at Conway in Faulkner County. Again, as we zoom into the central Little Rock area, do we have our weather cam pictures? Please, if we could take a look at that. Just north of the river in northwestern sections of Pulaski County. Very strong and severe thunderstorms possibly producing a tornado. And we still are looking at a very well-defined hook here that I'm going to show you at the present time. This is what we're looking at in the vicinity of Maumelle and Morgan, right in this area generally here. Now this is moving in a direction that will take it toward possibly or just to the north of the Jacksonville area within the next 20 or 30 minutes. So as this storm is now moving north of the Interstate 40 area in the vicinity of Morgan and Maumelle, it will be tracking eastbound and possibly affecting the Jacksonville area within the next 20 to 30 minutes. Again, as we look and scan on the outside with our weather cam picture, we can show you live what we're looking at as these thunderstorms and possible funnel clouds and wall clouds are being reported in not only central Arkansas, but many other areas of the state this afternoon. We have Faulkner County and White County, as I mentioned earlier. Also in northeastern Arkansas, Greene and Clay County and Lawrence County. Also in east central Arkansas, as I mentioned just a moment ago, in the vicinity of Stuttgart, tornado warning in effect for Arkansas County as well. Again, a very dangerous situation we have this afternoon. And in the metropolitan Little Rock area, we've had golf ball size hail being reported at Pinnacle Mountain and possible just north of Pulaski County and Faulkner County, possible tornado touchdown where injuries have been reported according to the sheriff's office. According to the sheriff's office, these thunderstorms have been tracking toward the northeast or eastbound throughout the afternoon hours, including through the Benton area and the Saline County area near Perrin, some very strong thunderstorms. We have dozens, it appears to be almost a dozen severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect as well. Those are the areas shaded in yellow. The areas shaded in yellow are severe thunderstorm warnings, which means that you can expect this afternoon in those areas shaded in yellow within the next 45 minutes, winds in excess of 60 to 65 miles per hour. And the areas shaded in red are active tornado warnings that we have in effect at the present time. One affecting a highly populated area is the one for Pulaski County, and that is in effect until approximately 5 o'clock this afternoon. That is the system moving out of the Morgan area, moving eastbound, possibly through north central Pulaski County and affecting the Jacksonville area within the next 30 minutes. So again, as we take a look at live Doppler 7 radar, this is the area. It's approaching Cato, Macon, and possibly on this track. Looks like it could move just to the north of the Jacksonville area. That's what we have for you at the present time. Our crews are standing by and with reports that we will update you on coming up at 5 o'clock on Live at 5. We also have meteorologist Barry Brandt standing by with our StormLink unit in Saline County, where we do have an active tornado warning that remains in effect for Saline County as well. We do have Barry Brandt standing by. Meteorologist Barry Brandt is standing by, I believe, in the Benton area. Is that correct? Barry, are you there?
That is correct, Ned. We are here just to the north side of, or just the south side of Interstate 30, just before the Hot Springs exit. And if you look back, Sandy, if you can pan off back into the west here, a huge thunderstorm to the west of us, and it's very, very dark. And these clouds, if you come back just a little bit this way, and I'll get out of the way there. And that one right there apparently is the one, Ned, that has gone to the north of Hot Springs. It's in western part of Saline County, and that's the tornado warning area. It's just a very windy and humid day out here. It is one that is ripe for tornado production. The upper level winds are blowing at a very high rate, and in the wintertime, over the last 4 or 5 years, we've seen some killer tornadoes in the winter time of the year, before March 21st, and especially in the southern United States. So don't take these tornado warnings lightly, folks, especially if there have been funnels reported in your area. Go ahead and take cover. Don't take a chance that it might not be a tornado. So this is a very volatile situation here, and it looks like, Ned, and I'm sure as you've seen, over Texas, there's another disturbance moving out. It is still very warm. On StormLink 7 here, it is 72 degrees right now, with a strong wind, very high humidity. So the atmosphere is not calming down. It's not stabilizing very much at all. And we could see another round of severe weather later on tonight. That's what the folks at the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma is saying. And Ned, I'll send it back to you, and I think you have more on the Doppler radar and the possible tornadoes that are in the Little Rock area.
Right, Barry. We're going to check back with you again, and as Barry mentioned, which we were looking at earlier today, we do have a very strong upper-level system coming out of the southwestern United States, now tracking through northeastern Texas, and that will just be helping to destabilize the atmosphere even more during the nighttime hours. I want to take a look right now at for our friends in northeastern Arkansas, because the thunderstorm that was in effect producing a possible tornado in Greene County and Clay County is very active. The Piggott Police Department in Clay County reported a tornado on the ground. A tornado on the ground. If we could go up into northeastern Arkansas, into Greene County, we do have the Piggott Police just reporting a moment ago that a tornado is on the ground, and that is tracking now through Clay County. Also, when we were in central Arkansas on live Doppler 7 radar, we showed you that thunderstorm producing a possible tornado moving out of the Morgan-Maumelle exit eastbound. There was softball-size hail reported with that particular storm. Softball-size hail reported with that storm. And again, until 5 o'clock, Pulaski County and also Faulkner County are under tornado warnings, as well as Faulkner County and White County. You can see right now moving into the Cato area, possible tornado moving into the Cato area. This is moving eastbound and will be approaching Macon, Arkansas, which is in the northern sections of Pulaski County north of Jacksonville. For the folks in Jacksonville right now, it looks very good that this storm will be tracking to the north of the Jacksonville area. But from Valonia southward to Otto, and especially in the vicinity of Cato right now, I'm going to show you again, we still have a very active hook echo that we are looking at right in this area here. And right in the vicinity of Cato is where a possible tornado is being reported. Possible tornado is being reported in the vicinity of Cato, moving eastbound, and that will take it into the Macon area and northern sections of Pulaski County. But it does look like that particular storm cell will miss the Jacksonville area. We also have a brand new tornado warning in effect for Grant County. Grant County tornado warning in effect for about 45 minutes. It's in the southern sections of Grant County. This storm in Grant County will be tracking toward the east-northeast and possibly moving to or just north of the Pine Bluff area. I'll need some copy on this storm if I could, please. This storm track, if we could get it, moving to the northeast at about 35 miles an hour, will be possibly moving to or just north of the Pine Bluff area. Ferndale, Grapevine, Sulphur Springs. This is coming out of southern Grant County, this tornado warning. Ferndale, Grapevine, Sulphur Springs, Hardin, Watson Chapel, or Whitehall. And there is a possibility that the track of this storm could move just north of the Little Rock area, or the Pine Bluff area. But we cannot let the people of Pine Bluff let their guards down on that storm coming out of Grant County right now. There is the center of the storm located. This is in Grant County, the new tornado warning that's in effect between Crossroads, Grapevine, and Ferndale. And it's tracking toward Jefferson County. It's tracking toward Jefferson County at about 30 miles an hour. And it looks like it could affect northern sections of the Pine Bluff area, more likely into the Whitehall area as the track of that storm continues toward the east-northeast at about 40 miles an hour. And this gives you another overview of the supercell thunderstorms that we're dealing with. Another one, Arkansas County, moving out of the Stuttgart area into southwestern Monroe County. We have a possible tornado, well, we have a tornado warning with possible tornado in effect in this area here. We don't want to lose track of this particular storm moving out of the Stuttgart area. But this storm is moving toward the northeast at approximately 35 miles per hour. And again, the track of this storm will take it toward Casco and on toward Preston Ferry, Holly Grove, Pine City, Blackton, and Rich, Arkansas. That is that storm in northern sections of Arkansas County. Northern sections of Arkansas County. Again, we are continuing to get numerous reports of tornado warnings in effect this afternoon. We have another one just issued. This is for our friends in northeastern and north central Arkansas, Independence and Jackson County. As you saw just a few moments, as you saw last Sunday, Independence and Jackson County were under tornado warnings, and now they are under tornado warnings again. This particular tornado warning has just been issued for Independence and Jackson County. We have two cells here. Number one, this storm moving out of White County toward the northeast will be moving into Independence County. Possible tornado development near Pleasant Plains, Thida, Oil Trough, Newport, Jacksonport, and Newport. So Independence County tracking into and through the Jackson County area, we have a new tornado warning. Also, another tornado warning in Jackson County near the town of Newport, tracking toward the northeast, will be affecting Grubbs, Uno, and Pitts. Grubbs, Uno, and Pitts, Arkansas. So those are for our friends in Independence County and Jackson County. Now what we're going to do is again zoom out to the central Arkansas area, and we just have some video that has just come into us. This is unedited video from Maumelle. This is in the Maumelle area. You can see rotation and a tornado. This is from just a few moments ago. This is coming in from Maumelle, Arkansas. This just came into us. And this shows you dramatically what we're seeing, not only in central Arkansas, moving, this is the same storm that we pointed out on numerous occasions, moving through the Maumelle and Morgan area, and this is the same storm cell that will be tracking toward, and just north, actually just north of Jacksonville toward Cabot. And we can take a look at live Doppler 7 radar again to give you a perspective of this storm. And we'll zoom right into this particular area right there. That is some of that video, and if we could rewind it possibly, we'll show that again to you, because that just came into it, unedited, so it just came into the studio. And that was the same storm system that tracked through the Morgan-Maumelle area and is now tracking eastbound at about 30 miles per hour. At the present time, we don't have any reports of any injuries except for some possibly by the Sheriff's Department in Faulkner County near the town of Bull Creek. Some possible injuries with a tornado touchdown in that area. This particular dangerous storm that we're looking at right now will be tracking on live Doppler 7 radar toward Otto, Cabot, Austin, Ward, Oak Grove, and eventually toward Beebe. Hold that there. And we can show you, again, live Doppler 7 radar if we could. That storm that we just looked at, that was just tracking through the Maumelle-Morgan area, is the same storm that we are looking at right now on live Doppler 7 radar. And this storm will be tracking eastbound, still very well-defined tornadic thunderstorm, will be tracking toward Otto, Cabot, Austin, Ward, Oak Grove, and Beebe by 5:25 this afternoon. So again, in the central Arkansas area, a very dangerous situation that we're looking at right now. These are the active warnings. Again, that tornado warning that was in effect for northern sections of Arkansas County is now tracking in, as we showed you just a moment ago, toward Monroe County. And Monroe County in eastern Arkansas is now under a tornado warning. So again, that thunderstorm that produced a possible tornado near the Stuttgart area is now tracking toward the northeast at 45 miles an hour. It's located right now about 10 miles southwest of Clarendon, or about 4 miles southwest of Aberdeen. Live Doppler 7 radar will now show you that storm. This is the same one that tracked just south of the Stuttgart area. It's tracking toward the northeast at 45 miles an hour. And again, will be affecting these towns within the next 30 minutes. Holly Grove, Blackton, Rich, Garrett Grove, Morrow, and Aubrey. Once again, we have some video from Conway that has just come into us. Some video from Conway, and we will once again be showing that video from that storm that is now moving toward the Beebe area, the tornado that has touched down in the area. This is some video of wall cloud and possible tornado, the tornado that did occur in the vicinity of Maumelle and Morgan. It continues to track toward the northeast. We also have Conway, the Benton area, where meteorologist Barry Brandt is standing by right now, and he's with our StormLink system. And these are, I believe, some live pictures from Benton right now in the vicinity. This is taped. I'm sorry. These are from Saline County just a few moments ago of the thunderstorms moving through, where meteorologist Barry Brandt is standing by with StormLink. Large hail, damaging winds can be expected with these thunderstorms that are literally popping up all over Arkansas this afternoon. Faulkner County Sheriff's Office confirms that houses were destroyed in that county. And of course, we have crews on the scene, and that's where you're getting some of this video from at the present time. It appears right now that we have, counting, it looks like close to a dozen tornado warnings that are in effect. A dozen or more tornado warnings are in effect on our map. And we'll go over the active warnings that are in effect right now for Monroe County, Arkansas County, Grant County, Saline County, where we saw some of that hail video just a moment ago, Pulaski County, Faulkner County, White County, Independence and Jackson County, as well as Lawrence, Greene, and Randolph County. Lawrence, Clay, and Greene County are all under tornado warnings. The areas in yellow under severe thunderstorm warnings as well. Information continues to come into us. Again, I'd like to reiterate that the Faulkner County Sheriff's Department confirms that houses were destroyed in that county. We are not exactly sure right now whether they were in the Conway area, but our crews are on the scene trying to confirm where those storms were and where those houses were destroyed. Meteorologist Barry Brandt is standing by. Meteorologist Barry Brandt is standing by with our StormLink system, which is in Saline County, where an active tornado warning remains in effect right now. Barry, as you can tell, we've been together since the early morning hours today.
Yes.
And we knew this was probably going to come together, but I have not seen such an outbreak like this since March 1st of 1997.
You're precisely right. Precisely right. Ned, in the last 4 or 5 years, hasn't it been the case that in the southern United States, in the winter time of the year, some really killer thunderstorms have been produced and killer tornadoes? And it's all because in the wintertime, the upper level winds are flowing at such a fast rate. We want to give you the latest on what's going on. Sandy, if you can just pan up just a little bit. This is looking back to the west here. And back behind us, that's another, this is Saline County, of course, and in western Saline County, west and northwest of Benton, a really, really black cloud. And that one is the one, if we can look at live Doppler 7 radar, I think you can see that in Saline County, there's a pretty pronounced hook echo in the radar return, not unlike that one that went through Maumelle and up into the northern part of Pulaski County. So if we could zoom into the central Arkansas area, I just want to take you through. You can see now that hook, very pronounced hook, is now out of Saline County, although technically still a tornado warning in effect there. You can see in western sections of Pulaski County a very pronounced hook. If you are in the Ferndale area or to the area to the north of it along Ferndale Cutoff on up to Highway 10 as it runs along the south side of Maumelle, Lake Maumelle, and then back into the Chenal area and points into the northwestern sections of the city, this is going to be a tremendous thunderstorm, and it looks like everything I've seen in meteorology classes in the past, like a definite rotation, if not a tornado. Don't take the chance that it is not one. Go ahead and take cover right now. This is a very dangerous storm. And again, here in Saline County, we are looking at the bottom, the back of this storm, and it is very, very dark, indicating the heavy rainfall, but that rainfall is wrapping around what is rotation, or a mesocyclone, inside the tornado or the thunderstorm itself. If you're in the western part of Pulaski County, and especially in northern Pulaski, also around the Cabot area, and take cover right now. This is a very dangerous situation, and Ned, some pretty impressive storms around the state. Are you there, Barry?
Yes.
That particular storm that you did point out on
on radar from StormLink. That is a very impressive hook echo.
It really is.
I'm not sure, there has not been a tornado warning issued for that, but I would be willing to bet that people in Pulaski County, just north of the Ferndale area, as we take a look at radar, need to be very aware. And this one is moving just south of the other one that moved through, that we had the video from the Morgan Maumelle exit. So that particular storm, we could get a track on that one, Jeff. It's probably moving a little bit north of due east. It's just north of the Ferndale area, and we'll be tracking toward, again, the Morgan Maumelle area where the first one moved through. And as Barry pointed out, very classic design that we look for, a precursor or a possible tornado development, is that hook. A pinnacle, natural steps again. Maumelle, Mayflower, and Morgan are in the path of this brand new storm moving out of Saline County, where Barry is standing by with our StormLink system. We'll zoom in just a little bit closer with that. Again, an extremely active day. We have, as we take a look in a little bit closer, I do want to point out that we do have some streets here that will definitely be affected. Right here, this is a very important street locator, is Highway 10. That is very important. You can see where Highway 10 runs right along that line, just south of Pinnacle and just south of Highway 300. This particular storm is moving toward Pinnacle, toward Highway 300. This is Garrison Road. The center of the rotation now is moving into the Garrison Road area. So that gives you a little bit of a perspective. And again, Highway 10 continues to run northward from Pinnacle. And so you can see where Highway 10, Garrison Road is, and just south of this area, we are trying to find some other roads that will be affected. This is Barrett Road, to give you another example, just north of Pinnacle. So we have Highway 10 just south of Pinnacle and Barrett Road just north of the Pinnacle area that will be affected by these storms as they continue to track toward the east. We are about to move into the time that we begin Channel 7 News Live at 5. Barry, I want you to stand by because we have a continuation of tornado warnings. As I mentioned, we have over a dozen right now that are located throughout the state of Arkansas.
One in northeast Arkansas.
These storms that have moved out of Faulkner County in the vicinity of Valonia and Conway have produced damage and also large hail. White County and Faulkner County until 5:20 remain under a tornado warning. In the vicinity of El Paso right now, we're looking at another hook. Let's go in, if we could, there to the El Paso area. We are looking at a possibility of another hook. First of all, we'll get a track on this storm. There's a possibility it could move toward the Searcy area. It's located near El Paso, moving toward Floyd, Antioch, McRae, Center Hill, and Garner. That storm is moving toward the northeast and possibly could eventually be moving toward the Searcy area. Let's go in to southern sections of White County, south of El Paso. This storm will pass toward just to the north of Ward and Beebe and be moving in toward Floyd. Let's go back out right now and go back to Barry Brandt, who is standing by live with StormLink 7 in Saline County, where tornado warning remains in effect for Saline County as well. Barry?
Remain in effect. That one that was in western and northwestern Saline County, can't emphasize enough, in western Pulaski County, it has moved into that area. So the Maumelle area, the Natural Steps, Roland, Pinnacle, the area around the Chenal area, a lot of building going on out there in recent years. And so a lot of Little Rock's population has moved westward out there. And please be careful of that one, the one near El Paso, the one in southeastern Grant County. They're all very bad. I have some very impressive video. And again, we've had no reports of injuries for sure so far. But we have some video, I think, to show you of Maumelle, and very obviously a tornado on this video. Just a very classic wall cloud or lowering of the cloud base, and then that tremendous funnel. Of course, heavy rainfall. Even if these storms don't have tornadoes with them, they can have damaging winds and hail that does a lot of damage, folks. But the atmosphere is right. for tornadoes as well, and that is just such a classic, what we call a mesocyclone. Half of the cloud, half of the thunderstorm cloud begins to rotate, and that is the precursor of a tornado right there. Very classic picture. That is just textbook stuff there. If you want to keep up with what is going on, via the radar, we'll be on, of course, until the threat ends, but if you want to look, you can look on our KATV homepage at katv.com, and you can get a picture that is updated about every 3 minutes or so, and that is sent from our live picture to the website, so you can monitor it that way as well. But of course, keep it right here on Channel 7, and Neb, we will have continuing coverage. Right now, it is still 72 degrees here on StormLink, our mobile weather center, and we're just to the southwest of Benton along I-30 at the service road exit, and it is very sticky outside. And as we look off to the southwest, which is where these are coming from, it is very, very dark. And I think we have a picture of some of those very dark clouds from our mast cam up on top of our microwave mast, and it is some very, very dark stuff. There you can see, you're starting to see to the area to the south, to the straight west of Benton, that is so dark right now, indicating heavy rainfall and hail. And again, any of these thunderstorms do have the potential of producing tornadoes tonight, because the atmosphere is just exactly right for it. Another disturbance coming out of Texas. I'm sure you'll have more on that in the upcoming minutes, Ned, but we may not be out of the woods as of yet.
Well, one thing, Barry, I do want to point out to you as well, and as you look also where you are at live Doppler 7 radar, we have some very strong thunderstorms gathering strength right now just to your southwest in the Arkadelphia area, right along Interstate 30 where you are located. I do want to let you know also that these thunderstorms will be heading up Interstate 30 toward your Benton location, so stand by for these. These are not tornadic yet, but they are producing some large hail as well, and they are moving generally in your vicinity, so we'll check back with you shortly. Also, Jefferson County, we talked about that Grant County storm just a few moments ago. Jefferson County is now under a tornado warning, and let's take a look at that particular storm. But again, good news for the people in Pine Bluff. This storm looks like it will be passing north of Pine Bluff. Unfortunately, not so good news for persons in Whitehall, Sherrill, and Altimer as it tracks eventually into southern sections of Lonoke County in the vicinity of England. So Hardin, Samples, Whitehall, Pastoria, Rob Roy, and Sherrill are all in the path of the storm, but it looks like the main circulation out of the storm will move north of the Pine Bluff area. Let's take an overview of live Doppler 7 radar once again, and we will zoom out and show you that we do have a very active late afternoon and nighttime hour ahead of us in the state of Arkansas tonight. These are supercell tornadoes, dozens of them throughout central, northeastern, and southwestern Arkansas that will continue to plague the state with possible large tornadoes, as we saw the pictures from the Maumelle, Morgan area, and much of the rest of the state, not only with possibility of tornadoes, but large hail and very damaging winds. We'll be back with the Live at 5 and much more coming up in just a few moments.
And on the very latest, Annette, I understand you have possibly another warning for us.
We do. We have another warning for Craighead County, which is in the vicinity of Jonesboro. I do want to mention also that we have had confirmed through the police department in Piggott and Clay County. That storm, thank goodness, is exiting Arkansas, but a tornado did touch down there, as well as a tornado touchdown in northern Pulaski County near the Maumelle Morgan area, and tracked in through north central sections of Pulaski County. Let's take a look at the latest that we have for you on our map. And again, if you're just joining us, remember that the areas shaded in red are under active tornado warnings. That means tornadoes have either been sighted, indicated on radar, or are imminent in touching down. Faulkner County has now been reissued a tornado warning, and also White County. Let's take a look at live Doppler 7 radar, and then we're going to go down to meteorologist Barry Brandt, who is standing by in southwestern Arkansas with StormLink, because we have additional development down in his area, and we'll touch base with him in just a moment. We have brand new tornado warning. This one is in effect for Faulkner County and White County. Doppler radar indicating a tornado 3 miles south of Conway. That is that storm near Mayflower that we're tracking right now. 3 miles south of Conway, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. This is another potentially dangerous storm. We'll be moving toward Saltillo Hamlet, Otto, Valonia, Naylor, and again El Paso, as well as Mount Vernon and eventually possibly the Searcy area as that storm continues to track toward the northeast. That tornado warning for Faulkner and White County is in effect until 6:05. Let's go up to the Jonesboro area in the Craighead County area until 6 o'clock. Tornado warning out for this supercell here. This is just south of Jonesboro, between Jonesboro and Truman. About 14 miles southwest of Jonesboro. It continues to move northeast at 45 miles per hour and possibly will be moving to or just south of the Jonesboro area. Also, Herget, Bay, Needham, Lunsford, Bowman, and Lake City will be affected by this possible tornadic thunderstorm within the next 30 minutes. Let's go ahead and zoom out again. And I want to mention also that Jefferson County is under a tornado warning. The northern sections of Jefferson County, and by the way, this storm, friends, is tracking toward England, Arkansas in southern Lonoke County. The storm, you can see again, a fairly well-defined hook at the bottom part of that thunderstorm cell, or the flank region, or the rear region of the thunderstorm is where these hooks are located and where we've been trying to point them out this afternoon. With this track, this storm will be moving toward or through Whitehall, by 519, Pastoria, Sherrill, Tucker, all into Altheimer, which is in southern sections of Lonoke County, and should pass the storm, the tornadic storm, should pass south of England, but England will be affected by very large hail as well. Let's go down into southwestern Arkansas, where meteorologist Barry Brandt is standing by live in the Benton area in Saline County along, I think, Interstate 30. And Barry, we're also going to show while you're talking some very strong thunderstorms redeveloping in through southwestern Arkansas, and you've already had your fair share today for sure there.
Oh, definitely so. We're just getting right now, even as we speak, a gust front, the bottom part of another thunderstorm that's coming this way, caused by the raindrops, the heavy raindrops that come out of the cloud. And so we have more coming into the Benton area. They have not been tornadic as far as anything is concerned so far, but let's take a look at the radar, and we can show you that there are some that'll be moving up Interstate 30, and there you can see it just to the southwest of the Little Rock area on down to southwest of Benton. And it looks like entering the Malvern area right now, and that's moving to the northeast. Now, these have not shown signs of tornado development, and they don't, I don't believe, look like they have any hook along with them or that tornado indication. But any of these in the entire state, folks, could have a tornado with them, and so don't even take a chance on that. There it is. It's between Arkadelphia and, again, moving up into Hot Spring County right now, right up the interstate, looks like. All of these storms very dangerous with hail, lightning, and just downpours of rain. But there are several that are of note right now. That one up around Lake Conway and into the southern part of Faulkner County, Ned, just a beautiful, beautiful storm. Let's take a look at some video that we have from Maumelle a little bit earlier, and it was showing up very well on live Doppler 7 radar as a hook, and this was the tornado that was produced. And this was in, again, the Maumelle area as it moved off to the northeast, and just a, well, depending on how you would look at it, a beautiful picture of a tornado, but certainly a deadly picture and one we would never even want to see. Hot Springs as well has had some hail and heavy rainfall, and you can see that the hail covered the ground in some areas. Not very large in that picture, but with a tornadic thunderstorm, as some of them are in the state, you can have up to baseball or even golf ball size, or grapefruit size hail. So this is a very dangerous storm. We're getting a little bit heavier rainfall now in the Benton area, and we expect it to get even worse, Ned, in just a little bit. And I think we're going to be going to a little bit of a break now, but we'll have continuing coverage on Live at 5 of these potentially tornadic thunderstorms.
News Weather Advisory.
Meteorologist Ned Perme, Channel 7 Weather Center, and we have a brand new tornado warning. This one is in effect now for Hot Spring County, will remain in effect until 6:25 this afternoon. Live Doppler 7 radar is indicating possible tornado 10 miles southwest of Malvern. We'll continue to zoom in tight on this. 10 miles southwest of Malvern, moving toward the northeast at approximately 45 miles per hour. Moving northeast at 45 miles an hour, the path of this storm, producing a possible tornado just to the southwest of Malvern, will affect central Malvern by about 10 minutes till 6, Perla, Traskwood, Prattsville, and Tull are in the path of this storm. This storm will be moving parallel to Interstate 30 and possibly move just south of the Benton area. So again, the center of this storm producing a possible tornado is located now about 10 miles southwest of Malvern, moving northeast, and will be affecting Malvern, Gleeford, and as well as Glen Rose. Stay tuned to Channel 7 for further weather developments tonight.
This has been a Channel 7 News weather advisory.
Which automatically.
You're watching KATV Channel 7, the spirit of Arkansas. This is Channel 7 News at 6.
Arkansas is hit with a widespread round of severe weather, bringing hail, high winds, and heavy rain. Good evening. I'm Karen Fuller. We'll check in with meteorologist Ned Perme shortly. But first, our Channel 7 crews have been bringing back video of storms in Maumelle in Pulaski County, Conway in Faulkner County, and Hot Springs in Garland County. Baseball-size hail is being reported, and people caught off guard by the weather are taking cover wherever they can. We're told that one tornado has touched down briefly, and multiple warnings, as you know, have been issued throughout the day. For the very latest now, let's turn to Ned in the Weather Center with more. Ned, what do you have for us?
Well, we do have one very strong cell that's now located in Saline County. Saline County has been hit quite hard this afternoon. They have had, as I recall, at least 3 tornado warnings separately throughout the afternoon hours. This one, as you saw on Channel 7 First Alert, is now in effect for Saline County. This will make the 3rd, possibly 4th tornado warning for Saline County. Let's take a look at live Doppler 7 radar, and then we're going to check in with meteorologist Barry Brandt, who is standing by in that area where this possible tornado is located. Doppler radar is indicating a tornado 15 miles southwest of Benton, or about 6 miles southwest of Traskwood. Let's go on in and zoom in, and we can get a track on this storm as it moves northeast at 40 miles per hour. Tull, Belfast, Sardis, East End, Redfield, and Hensley as this storm tracks just south of Interstate 30. So again, a very strong storm in the vicinity of the Benton area. It's now located between 10 and 15 miles southwest of Benton, just south of Interstate 30. Standing by in the same location with Storm Link 7, our mobile weather center, is meteorologist Barry Brandt, who is located right now just south of the Benton area and has been following these storms that have been moving out of southwestern sections of Arkansas. Barry, are you there?
Yeah, I am, Ned. Just a tremendous thunderstorm going on here. And as we look to the south, some of the most vivid cloud-to-ground lightning that I have ever seen. It is continuing. It looks like the worst of that. And if you can see down to the south of Traskwood there, that looks like rotation to me. And that is moving off to the northeast. I would say that we're talking about an area to the south of Benton. But you folks in southern, extreme southern Saline County, from Traskwood on up to Haskell, and just to the south of the Benton area, please be on alert. And I don't think we should let our guard down here in the Benton area, even as we speak. The thunder is very loud right now. And again, the lightning is just some of the most unbelievable I have ever seen, long streaks across the sky. We have had reports from some of the local law enforcement folks around here that there have been reports of some rotation in Malvern. We don't know if that was a tornado or not. And we don't know of any reports of damage or injury there at all with this. But certainly that is a dangerous storm to the south of Traskwood, moving off to the northeast. And we may have to give up our position here, Ned, at any given moment.
Okay, Barry. Once again, I'd like to remind everyone, Barry is with Stormlink, but because, as Barry mentioned, the severe lightning that is occurring right now in and around the Benton area and the Benton services area where Barry is, we've had to drop the mast so that Barry could give that report to us via cell phone. Right now, we're going to go to Conway. Faulkner County has been hard hit. We've had some injuries reported there earlier today. The Regional Medical Center out of Conway said that one, possibly more families have been admitted with injuries. Our Jason Peterson right now is standing by live in the Conway area for the latest from Faulkner County. Jason?
Ned, we're right off Interstate 40 at the first Conway exit coming from Little Rock. As you mentioned, some injuries here in Faulkner County. I spoke to a spokesperson at Conway Regional Medical Center. They're currently treating 5 people for minor injuries. The Faulkner County Sheriff's Department tells me that a tornado did pass through the Mount Vernon Bull Mountain area. 3 homes were damaged or destroyed. The Sheriff's Department says that 6 people were injured. The hospital says they're currently treating 5 for minor injuries. Tornado sirens were going off here between 5 and 5:30. The sirens have stopped, but the lightning, thunder, and rain is certainly picking up just here in the last 5 or 10 minutes. We're going to go to the hospital after this live shot and check on that family, and we're going to continue to follow the storms here in the Faulkner County area tonight. Ned.
Okay, thank you, Jason. What we're looking at right now is the thunderstorm cell that Jason was dealing with and is dealing with right now. You saw the lightning flashing around Jason in the Conway area. From Mayflower to Bigelow up to Conway, the area is especially shaded in purple there, just to the east of Bigelow. Possibility for 1-inch diameter hail within that particular area. And again, it is moving toward Conway, so very heavy rains and hail as well. Now what you're looking at right now is a picture from earlier this afternoon between 4 and 4:30 from the Maumelle, Morgan area. Now we tracked this storm in from Saline County through western sections of Pulaski County. And we're also looking at some large hail and very heavy rains out of that particular storm system. We also had hail reported in many areas throughout the region. This is some hail reported from a wall cloud in Garland County in and around the Hot Springs area from earlier today. And again, that tornado that touched down in the Maumelle, Morgan area tracked north of Jacksonville and eventually lifted somewhere between there and Beebe a short time later. It shows you some of the golf ball to larger size hail that was reported in the Garland County area. Again, we have numerous tornado warnings. The latest that we have for you, again, in Saline County, where Barry Brandt was just a moment ago. That is a possible large thunderstorm containing a tornado now moving toward the Benton area, possibly near Bauxite and Bryant, as it continues to track just south of Interstate 30. Again, we have had some confirmation of additional tornado touchdowns. This one in Monroe County near Clarendon, in Greene County near Delaplane. A tractor trailer rig was overturned, and this one was in Noble, Arkansas, which is in Clay County. No reports of any injuries there with that tractor trailer rig that was reported overturned in Clay County. And also in Greene County, a home was completely destroyed from a possible tornado that did touch down in Lacey, and that is in Greene County. Taking a look at the storm in Saline County, once again, you can see just south of Interstate 30 on live Doppler 7 radar. This storm will be tracking northeast and could be affecting Benton and Bryant as well. Our overview map will show you all the current tornado warnings that we have in effect. This is very reminiscent. This storm system that has come together over Arkansas today is very reminiscent of the March 1st episode of 1997. The only thing that's terribly unusual about it is because it's in the middle of January. So this is a very unusual event to have these large supercell tornadoes and tornadoes on the ground this time of year. Also, we have for Independence County and Jackson County tornado warnings that remain in effect. Now, as you recall, on Sunday afternoon, Independence County and in through the Newport and Jacksonport area also had a round of tornadoes. Well, this is another possible round that are moving through the same general area that was hit on Sunday. So you can see near Newport and Tuckerman, possible tornadoes and tornado warnings are in effect for Independence and Jackson County. Just in, another tornado warning. This is for Faulkner County and for White County in central Arkansas. Faulkner County and White County in central Arkansas. This is a thunderstorm near Conway and just north of Conway. 9 miles southwest of Conway is where it's located, or about 8 miles west of Mayflower. Now this storm, you can see, let me show you the hook on this right now. I'll show the hook, and we're going to show its relationship to Mayflower, because this is very important many times to know. You see the large blob of rain, but sometimes you might not know exactly where the tornado would be located. Here is Mayflower, and this is the hook that we're looking at that possibly contains the tornado that is now moving in a direction through Faulkner County and White County. So that hook is where we are now going to track from. So we will track that storm. This is a new tornado warning for our friends in Faulkner County and White County. The possible tornado indicated on radar 9 miles southwest of Conway or near Mayflower, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. That's going to take this potentially tornadic storm toward Mayflower, Gold Creek, Hamlet, Otto, and Holland. And that is in the next 30 minutes. We have also just received a report of a home that was destroyed near Pastoria from that storm that we tracked out of Grant County through Jefferson County. That near Pastoria is a home destroyed, one minor injury from that storm in Jefferson County, and that storm has continued to track into Lonoke County and is continuing to track into Perry County, where we're indicating right there. We'll have more coming up from today's severe weather event in Arkansas right after this.
Performing tonight at Barton Coliseum at 7 p.m. Once again, the Globetrotters are still appearing tonight at Barton at 7 p.m. So the weather in Pulaski County, although it has been severe at times, is not quite as bad as elsewhere in the state. More reports of damage and injuries coming in. Let's go now to Ned in the Weather Center for the very latest. Ned, any new warnings since we last saw you?
Well, luckily they've been coming out so fast, it's almost hard to keep up with them this afternoon. But the latest that we have that we just showed you again a moment ago from Faulkner County and White County, and also in Saline County, where we're going to go back to Barry Brandt in just a second. I do want to show you one thing that's very important, because this is very important to realize that Arkansas, almost the entire state, is under a high-risk area. As we take a look at this map that we have for you, you can see that there we go. We can see that Arkansas is in a high-risk area. Now, that is a high risk for severe weather and possible tornadoes. And of course, that was issued earlier this afternoon, and it has held true throughout the day. It's fairly rare when a high risk area is indicated from the Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma. So the high-risk area remains in effect for Arkansas throughout the nighttime hours, and that means that a tornado watch remains in effect all the way until at least 10 o'clock tonight. Back to our map, we'll show you the current warnings that we have in effect for you at the present time, including the latest one that is for White County and Faulkner County. Remember that the areas shaded in red on your screen are active tornado warnings. Tornadoes have been sighted, indicated by radar. And again, we've been getting some damage being reported. The one latest that we have near Pastoria, home was destroyed. That's in Jefferson County, and that was just a short time ago. What we're going to do now, if you missed it earlier, we're going to go back to about 4 o'clock this afternoon from WeatherCam, when these thunderstorms moved into the metropolitan Little Rock area. And if you look just over the dome of the state capitol, that is a wall cloud that is formed in West Little Rock this afternoon between 4 and approximately 4:20. From that parent wall cloud, tornado did form and touch down in the Morgan and Maumelle area. And I believe from that wall cloud we have the pictures of the tornado that touched down. There it is, and that was from that parent wall cloud in the Maumelle-Morgan area. That particular storm tracked into northern Pulaski County, north of Jacksonville. At the present time, we don't have any reports of injuries from that storm, so that's some very good news as well. Right now, we do have also an active tornado warning that remains in effect for Saline County, and we'll be zooming in on radar to Saline County, standing by there. In our StormLink Mobile Weather Center is meteorologist Barry Brandt with the latest on what's going on. And remember, Barry, I think, is still on cell phone because our mast had to be dropped because the lightning is pretty intense. Barry?
Yeah, Ned, we are now getting hail in the area here just to the southwest of Benton, and it looks like on the radar this is a storm that is continuing to move to the northeast, and we are not very far from the rotation here. It looks like it will pass to the south of Benton, and that is some good news for us. That most pronounced hook there, and if we can go in a little bit tighter, I think on that, that's probably where we're looking at as the worst area. But again, it is a torrential downpour here. You can see Benton covered up in red. It's very heavy rainfall, and also we're seeing the hail now. It's kind of sporadic hail, but hail nonetheless. And it does look like, as the radar sweeps through, that we are definitely on the north side of the storm. The most dangerous part of a thunderstorm of this is the bottom part, the south part, and the southwestern quadrant, or the flank, as we call it. And it looks like from having passed through Traskwood there and on to the south, maybe or near Bauxite, That's what we're looking at. So it's a very dangerous storm. It is a gully washer of rain. It is there's hail, and the lightning is, again, some of the most vivid I have ever seen out here. So a horrible stormy night. Any of these thunderstorms, folks, are capable tonight of producing a tornado because the upper level winds are so strong, and that's common in the middle part of winter, but usually farther south. Talking about South Alabama, South Georgia, North Florida. But certainly we're getting our dose of it tonight in a month where it's not very likely, Ned, as you said, to have a tornadic outbreak of this magnitude.
Okay, Barry, as I mentioned earlier, it's unusual. You know, a lot of people, when we're dealing with a cold front, expect to see a line of thunderstorms, but on this particular night, we've had individual cells, which these cells really can grow and take on a life of their own. Whether sometimes if they're in a line of thunderstorms, they don't get to fully develop. But this night, we've got these individual thunderstorms, and the one that Barry's being affected with in Saline County is, again, possibly a tornadic storm in Saline County under a tornado warning, and that is in effect probably, it looks like, for another 10-15 minutes. We'll be back with more and our forecast coming up in just a minute. From meteorologist Barry Brandt, who is in Saline County, where this particular thunderstorm cell started. It is now tracking northeast and is now moving into Pulaski County. Let's take a look first at our weather cam, and we can see lightning is really beginning to increase in western Little Rock, and that is in the southwestern part of the county and in through West Little Rock. Lightning is really beginning to increase, and what we're going to do now is track this storm because it looks to be, again, a fairly well-defined hook echo that we're looking at, tracking out of Saline County. This gives you an overview. Now we're going to zoom in to the Little Rock area. These thunderstorms tracking up Interstate 30 from Benton to the Little Rock area, and this particular storm, which is located 19 miles southwest of downtown Little Rock or 7 miles south of Alexander, is moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. The track of this storm now will take it through Sardis, Vianney Ridge, East End, Shannon Hills, Maple Vale, and Cloverdale. Let's go ahead and lose this particular thing, and what I'm going to do is we're going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit further and see if we can't show you where the circulation of this storm is. And again, you can see it moving directly toward the Sardis area, and as we try to find possibly a few significant streets that may be affected by this storm as it continues to track northeast into the Little Rock area. This is Chambers Road right here. Will be affected just south of Sardis. This is Sardis Road right here. Also, this is where the hook is located that we are watching and that we're tracking at the present time. This is Brisbee Road right here. This gives you an indication of some of the roads and some of the streets that are going to be affected. This is Childress Road as well. So again, these storms, this particular storm, tornado warning now for Pulaski County, tracking toward the northeast. We'll have more coming up in just a minute. Hi, everybody. Very, very active weather across the state from one end to the other, and most hard hit has been central and into north central Arkansas, particularly up around White County. Some extensive damage was just reported to us in Greene County between Delaplane and I believe the town's name is Lacey, L-A-S-E. Extensive damage has been reported there. We also have another tornado warning that I do want to mention in eastern Arkansas, and this one is for St. Francis County. St. Francis County, a tornado warning is in effect until 6:50. What you're looking at right now is a live weather cam picture of the thunderstorm moving into the metropolitan Little Rock area. And this thunderstorm contains a possible tornado that will move into the Alexander, Little Rock, Sherwood, and Jacksonville area within the next 30 minutes. So keep that in mind. Also, as we take a look at that storm in St. Francis County, live Doppler 7 radar, as we take a look at it going into St. Francis County, this particular storm continues to track toward the northeast again and will be in the vicinity of Caldwell by 6:25 and on to West Memphis. So again, that is a small but very strong storm moving toward the West Memphis area. We have one more tornado warning that has just been issued. Independence County and again Jackson County until 7:10 p.m. Independence County and Jackson County until 7:10 p.m. This storm is moving northeast at, again, about 45 miles per hour. This storm will be moving through Pleasant Plains, Oil Trough, Newark, Newport, and Tuckerman, and we'll get a track on that. And that is another very dangerous storm, and these are the cities and times that will be affected by this storm moving 45 miles per hour. We have much more to talk about tonight. Stay tuned to Channel 7 for further weather developments, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. What we're going to look at right now is a very strong thunderstorm producing a possible tornado moving into the metropolitan Little Rock area. Outside on our weather cam, the lightning is really picking up. This is in itself a very, very dangerous aspect, this frequent cloud-to-ground lightning that we're looking at on our live weather cam picture. This is the same weather cam earlier today that we captured the funnel cloud and the wall cloud that was forming in the same general area that we're looking at now. So a lot of these storms have been what we call training over the same area. They're moving over the same area over and over again. So not only are they producing damage and lightning, but because they're moving over the same general area, they're producing possible flooding rains as well. So we have a lot to keep in mind as these storm systems move across the state tonight. Let's take a look at live Doppler 7 radar, and we're going to go in on this storm. The Pulaski County storm and the tornado warning for Pulaski County will remain in effect until 7:05 tonight. This storm began to develop in Saline County, where meteorologist Barry Brandt has been standing by live throughout the afternoon, and our Storm Link system. And it continues to track in a direction northeast at 45 miles per hour. That will take it into and through the Little Rock area, including Alexander and eventually toward Sherwood and Jacksonville. Some of the roads that will be in the path of this storm include Childress Road, and Interstate 440. This storm will probably move in the vicinity of Little Rock National Airport as well. That is Asher Avenue there, Interstate 430, the Cloverdale area, and that is East Roosevelt Road as well. This road is the road that takes you down to the Wrightsville area, and that is Rainy Road. So those are some roads and streets that will be in the path of this storm moving through the area at the present time into the downtown Little Rock area, or just south of the downtown metropolitan area. We are going to now track this storm to give certain communities in the vicinity, it's moving northeast at 45, certain communities in the path of this storm that will be affected by a possible tornado are Cloverdale, Wrightsville, Higgins, Sweet Home, Gillum Park, and eventually on toward Rose City. And we cannot take the cities of Jacksonville and Sherwood out of the path of this storm either, because it can be a little bit erratic. Again, another strong storm is forming just behind it, just south of the Benton and Bryant area. Let's take a look at our map right now, and we can see that Arkansas remains under a high risk tonight for severe thunderstorm activity and possible tornadoes. These are the tornado warnings that are in effect, and I will be back in just a moment, and we'll have our forecast coming up. Stay with us.
We now join our regularly scheduled program already in progress. The News Weather Advisory.
Hi everybody, another tornado warning. This one is for Grant County and a very strong storm. This is a storm that is tracking right behind the storm that is moving into Pulaski County right now. We showed it to you. It has now developed a possible tornado. Let's take a look at our map, and we'll show you all the counties again that have tornado warnings in effect. We can also show you outside our live weather cam picture. The lightning has become quite intense in the central Arkansas area as a thunderstorm is moving into Pulaski County containing a possible tornado. And again, we do have live Doppler 7 radar, and we're going to show you this new storm tracking in right behind the first storm in through the Little Rock area, and that is in Grant County. Possible tornado indicated on radar 9 miles east of Malvern. 9 miles east of Malvern. You can see right there is where we're looking at. That storm is tracking northeast at 45 miles an hour. Areas like Prattsville will be affected, as well as Belfast, Sardis, Vimy Ridge, East End, and Shannon Hills. So again, the track of this storm will be pulling it into Pulaski County as well. So unfortunately, Pulaski County is going to get sort of a double hit from these thunderstorms within the next 30 minutes or so. We are going to again track the first storm in through the Little Rock area, and the tornado warning remains in effect for Pulaski County until 7:05, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. Areas such as Sherwood, Jacksonville, North Little Rock, Gillum Park, Levy are all going to be in the path of this storm as it sweeps through the Little Rock area. Downtown at our weather center right now, we have just received 9/100ths of an inch of rain. So the heavier rain has been in the western Pulaski County areas and West Little Rock. Crittenden County also has just been issued a tornado warning. Crittenden County in eastern Arkansas. We've just had reports from these storms, the ones moving into Pulaski County and through Saline County, of heavy damage reported to us in the Sardis Saline County area, in Sardis Road. The Saline County Sheriff's Department report also a house on fire in the area. And that is a report that's just come in on the Sardis Saline County area. Heavy damage has been reported. A house is on fire. The sirens are now being activated in the downtown Little Rock area, and I believe in much of West Little Rock, from these thunderstorms that are moving through. Tornado warnings also are in effect for Woodruff County, northeastern Prairie County, and Crittenden County. That's where we're going to zoom into right now. Woodruff and northeastern Prairie County. Radar is indicating a tornado 15 miles northeast of Hazen, or 5 miles west of Little Dixie, moving northeast at 45 miles per hour. Yes, and that storm will be taking it toward Little Dixie, McClelland, Patterson, and possibly into the McCrory area. So that storm containing a possible tornado is in effect for Woodruff County and northeastern Prairie County, and will remain in effect until 7:25. So persons in that vicinity of Little Dixie, McClelland, Dixie, Patterson, McCrory need to take cover immediately and seek a safe place.
On ham radio, again, as you said, some possible damage in the southwestern part of Little Rock, the Little Rock area, and in rural Saline County, areas to the east of Bauxite, in the Shannon Hills area, and in Sardis. And what does this remind you of? It reminds you of March 1st, with the horrible track of that storm that came into the Little Rock area. We certainly hope it is nothing like that, but we are getting sporadic reports of some damage around the area. And again, it looks like Benton and Bryant on up to West Little Rock are going to get heavy rain out of this, but the worst part of those storms is south of the interstate and south of downtown, perhaps coming into near downtown Little Rock, or perhaps just a little bit south on a path that would take it up toward the airport. That's what it looks like right now. And again, that storm in northwestern Grant County, very strong and potentially tornadic, as all of these are, and also in southern Saline County and into southern Pulaski County. So it's time to take cover in those areas, Ned.
Barry, I wanted to tell you something that, as you just mentioned, that is kind of amazing, especially for this time of year, but that this is happening, but also the fact that a lot of these very damaging storms, including the storms that have moved through your area in Saline County, are taking very much the same path and the same track that the storms took March 1st of 1997. That's quite unusual.
Undoubtedly, yeah, and it's obviously a coincidence, but it's certainly a terrible coincidence in this case, because these are potential tornado producers. And again, you can see some tremendous cells there. Looks like to the east of the Geyer Springs Road area, that little hook right there in southern Pulaski County, in the southwest part of the city, and then moving up into the east end area on up toward College Station, the Little Rock Airport. Hey, it's time to take cover in those areas right now, folks. Don't take these storms tonight lightly, because everything, Ned, as you've been saying, is perfect for tornado development tonight.
Right. Okay, thank you, Barry, and stand by. We'll be back with you. Also, the storm that is forming behind the one that is in Pulaski County right now is also a tornado-producing thunderstorm, possibly, and it is moving into Grant County. So Grant County, again, is under a tornado warning. Let's take a look at radar again, and we're going to go into the Little Rock area, and then we're going to kind of go over an overview and the forecast for you, because I know with all the activity going on between 6 and 6:30, we haven't been able to really give you kind of a forecast and what you can expect in the next couple of days, and I really would like to do that for you. We do have a tornado warning that remains in effect for the Little Rock area, the metropolitan Little Rock area, and that is going to be in effect until about 7:05 today. Little Rock police report that a funnel cloud is near the downtown area right now. If we could go into the central sections of the downtown area, and you can see, get your bearings straight, there's central Little Rock, the downtown area. Also 6:30, 4:40, as I mentioned earlier, out near the airport, we could see some definite activity with wind damage. And that is East 6th Street right there. I'll give you some bearings on where we're looking at. This is the old Highway 67. We are also getting some power surges here in the downtown area from these thunderstorms that are moving through. And we're going to continue to track some of these streets to give you an idea of where we are going here. This is the storm that we're looking at, and a lot of people are being affected by in the downtown Little Rock area. Go ahead and zoom out on that. And what I'm going to do right now is reiterate that the Little Rock police have reported that a funnel cloud has been reported near downtown Little Rock. Let's go ahead and go through the forecast real quickly as we continue to get additional information in tonight. Again, Arkansas is in a very high-risk area throughout the nighttime hours. The high risk remains in effect throughout the nighttime hours that covers most of northern and southern Arkansas. Right now, our temperature is 72, humidity 69%. We do have thunder and lightning in the area with our winds out of the southeast at about 13 miles per hour. Temperatures around the state at this hour all very warm and very humid with high dew points. 72 degrees at Little Rock at this hour, 70 degrees at Pine Bluff, 63 at Batesville, where Independence County has seen their share of severe weather, as well as Jackson County tonight. Here's the latest satellite perspective, and we can see that we do have a strong circulation of low pressure pulling out of the Central Plains, and we can see the bright white clouds exploding in the vicinity of a cold front that is pushing into the state. At the same time, back in through the southern Rockies and western Texas, we have a strong influx of very cold air aloft and some very high winds aloft that are moving through. And that's helping to cause the conditions that we're seeing for tornado development tonight. Here is a regional overview of the thunderstorms as they have moved into the area over the afternoon hours. There they were about 3 o'clock this afternoon, and you can see that they have continued to grow dramatically throughout the nighttime hours. And they continue to redevelop to the west of us. As a matter of fact, just issued Sebastian County, which is near the Fort Smith area. Sebastian County is under a tornado warning. Sebastian County is under a tornado warning. We also have a tornado warning, a new one that has been issued for Saline County. And we will take a look at live Doppler 7 radar again and show you the storm in Saline County. Doppler radar indicating a tornado 8 miles southeast of Benton, or about 5 miles southwest of Sardis. And this is already where we have had reports of damage. Heavy damage in and around the Sardis area was reported to us by the Saline County Sheriff's Department. And now we have another. I believe, if my counting is correct, this is going to make the 4th or 5th tornado warning for Saline County during the afternoon and evening hours. We have debris reported, 33rd and Cross, from the Little Rock Police Department, report of the funnel touching the ground, and debris is reported. That's in the Little Rock area. This storm coming out of Saline County will be moving through Sardis, East End, Woodson, Wrightsville, and into and through southwestern Pulaski County. Also, just reported a moment ago through our police reports and scanners, debris has been reported around the intersection of 33rd and Cross. Little Rock police report the funnel cloud has touched the ground, at least briefly, and produced some debris in the area. That storm that we're looking at in the Little Rock area will continue to track toward the northeast, and the heaviest activity looks like it's going to move just east of Sherwood on toward the Jacksonville area and near Kerr, which is along Interstate 40 there. That gives you a good look at the storm that we're tracking. Again, outside, do we have a weather cam, or is that... all right, we have one of our weather cams that have been taking a lightning hit, I believe. And as you saw, if you've been with us, we had our weather cams out just a moment ago, and just incredible cloud-to-ground lightning. There's one of our weather cams that we're looking at right now. Just incredible cloud-to-ground lightning that we're looking at, which in itself is an extreme danger. As a matter of fact, we did have a report in the Sardis-Saline County area that a house was on fire. We're not sure whether it was from a lightning strike or possibly a gas main eruption, but that is in the Saline and Sardis area in Saline County. So again, the latest we have for you is Saline County, Pulaski County, also Grant County until 7:20, Pulaski County until 7:05, Independence County, Jackson County under tornado warnings. Storm spotters reported a tornado on the ground. This is in Cross County in extreme northeastern Arkansas. Tornado warning remains in effect for St. Francis County. That one will be lifted here in about 5 minutes. Well, that's the active weather that we have for you. Numerous tornado warnings are in effect. And our forecast, we'd like to run it for you, run the forecast through. Our forecast tonight, continuation of showers and thunderstorms. Severe thunderstorms are likely with an overnight low of 59 degrees tonight. And then tomorrow we will have mostly cloudy skies, still a continuation of thunderstorms after midnight, but they will gradually move into eastern Arkansas, more likely during the early morning hours. Our 8 o'clock temperature projection tomorrow should be about 60 degrees. Tomorrow's high, 63. With mostly cloudy skies and periods of showers or thunderstorms. Then mostly cloudy skies, 30% chance of showers tomorrow night. And then I'm happy to say that things do get better as we move through the weekend period with cooler and drier air moving in for Saturday and Sunday. We're going to join our regularly scheduled program if we can, and we will be back with more and updated information in just a moment. Remember, Pulaski County and Saline County and Grant County all under tornado warnings.
This has been a Channel 7 News weather advisory. Channel 7 News weather advisory.
Hi everybody, I'm Ned Perme in the Channel 7 Weather Center, and again we're going to continue with our continuing and breaking coverage of severe weather in Arkansas tonight. We do have a brand new tornado warning. This one has come in for Lonoke County. We also have a report that a tornado has been reported. This as of 6:45. Just a few moments ago, a tornado has been reported near the Baseline Chico Roads area in southwest Little Rock. If we could go into that general area, I believe it's, into the central Little Rock area. A report just coming in that a tornado has been reported near Baseline and Chico. It is moving northeast at approximately 40 miles per hour. We also have a tornado warning that has been issued now for Lonoke County. And the reason that this has been issued is because the storm that's in the Little Rock area is moving toward Lonoke County. The storm's located near downtown Little Rock. It's in the vicinity of Kerr, which we showed you just a moment ago, moving northeast at 45 miles an hour. It's going to take this location toward Kerr, South Bend, Forlow, and then on toward Cabot, as well as Rose City, Prothero Junction, the Sherwood area, McAlmont, and Rixey. I-30 westbound on the Arch Street overpass, an 18-wheeler has been overturned. This report has just come into us on Interstate 30 westbound at the Arch Street overpass. Interstate 30 at the westbound overpass, an 18-wheeler has been overturned. We don't have any reports of damage with that particular accident. We also have Lonoke County, as I mentioned, and also now Cleburne County is under a tornado warning. Cleburne County, this is located 10 miles south of Heber Springs. 10 miles south of Heber Springs, or about 5 miles west of Sidon, moving northeast at 40. Most all of these storms today are moving northeast with a very strong upper-level flow, and that's one of the problems that we're dealing with. This storm is moving in a direction that will take it toward Pangburn, Wilburn, Hickory Flat, Floral, Pleasant Plains, and Jamestown. Heavy damage has just been reported to us in the vicinity of Interstate 30 and 9th Street. The vicinity of Interstate 30 and 9th Street, some heavy damage has been reported. That is directly in the downtown area. These thunderstorms are now moving east out of the downtown Little Rock area and will be affecting Lonoke County, where a tornado warning remains in effect for Lonoke County until 7:40 tonight. Damage reports coming in, as I mentioned, heavy damage near the vicinity of 9th Street and I-30 in the downtown Little Rock area, southwest Little Rock. Also, I-30, the westbound Arch Street overpass, an 18-wheeler has been overturned there. So these are definitely damage and producing thunderstorms, and reports of injuries are coming in as well. We've also had reports of funnel clouds in and around the downtown area. Debris was reported from a funnel cloud that touched down in the vicinity of 33rd and Cross Streets. That funnel is on the ground, and possibly the same funnel that helped to overturn that 18-wheeler on I-30 westbound near the Arch Street overpass. What we're showing you is some of the strongest thunderstorms that we're dealing with. You can see the strongest, without a doubt, are in the Little Rock area, from Saline County into Pulaski County and now into Lonoke County. Persons in southwest Little Rock, west central Lonoke County, west central Lonoke County, in the vicinity of Lonoke, Keogh, England, possibly into Carlisle, should be very careful to move to a safe place very quickly, as these thunderstorms are damage-producing thunderstorms and tornado-producing thunderstorms as they are now moving into Lonoke County. Some of the strongest we're looking at just south of the Jacksonville area up to near Oak Grove, and also near Scott in Lonoke County. These thunderstorms are tracking northeast, and this is the same cell, or the same series of cells, that have moved from Saline County through Pulaski County now into Lonoke County. You're also getting information on Channel 7 First Alert just as fast as it comes in. And if we could, do we have a overall, this tornado warning has just been issued for Lawrence County and Randolph County. That's in extreme northern Arkansas. Again, our updated map, and this is very important to understand, that the entire state of Arkansas is under a very serious and volatile weather situation tonight. We have the entire state under a tornado watch. That's the area shaded in green. Active thunderstorm warnings, which will include possibly inch or larger diameter hail, include Clark County, Hot Spring County, Pike County, and Franklin County. Also, we do have tornado warnings that remain in effect for Grant County, Saline, Pulaski, Lonoke, Prairie, Woodruff, White, Cleburne County, Independence, Jackson, Crittenden County, Mississippi County, Clay, Randolph, and Lawrence County, all under active tornado warnings. Faulkner County authorities say that they have confirmed 6 injuries tonight as a result of storms in the Mount Vernon Hull Mountain area. Once again, Faulkner County authorities say that they have confirmed 6 injuries now as a result of storms in the Mount Vernon Hull area near the White County line. This thunderstorm activity that you're seeing now near Walnut Ridge and the one south of there are for Independence County and Lawrence County. They've just been issued near Tuckerman, northeast of Batesville, and toward the Walnut Ridge area, so keep that in mind. These are the areas that will be affected, the towns and the times that will be affected by this possible tornadic thunderstorm, as indicated on live Doppler 7 radar. Once again, just in from the Faulkner County Sheriff's Department, authorities say there that they have confirmed at least 6 injuries as a result of storms in the Mount Vernon and Hull Mountain area near White County. Tornado touchdown, and a house in the area there was destroyed, possibly more. We will continue with coverage of this very dangerous and rapidly changing weather event as the night wears on. You're looking at a live weather cam picture from Regions Bank, and again showing you our live map, showing you that we do have active tornado warnings in numerous counties around the state. The heaviest activity that we're looking at is right here. Some of the most dangerous thunderstorms and some of the most damaging right now have been moving through central Arkansas, including the Little Rock metropolitan area, where damage has been reported, some heavy damage at Interstate 30 and the 9th Street area. Heavy damage near 9th Street and Interstate 30. Also an 18-wheeler westbound on the Art Street overpass. 18-wheeler has been overturned there. These thunderstorms will continue to track through the central Arkansas area. Again, this is a very dangerous and life-threatening situation tonight. So we want you to please stay tuned to Channel 7 throughout the nighttime hours for further weather developments. And we've got continuing information coming to us. Police have just reported heavy damage at the Harvest Foods on 17th and Main in Little Rock. That's in the downtown area. We have a crew on the way there. That's Little Rock Police have just reported to us heavy damage at the Harvest Foods on 17th and Main, caused by this apparent tornado that did touch down in the Little Rock area. We tracked it in from Saline County earlier tonight, in through Pulaski County in the downtown area. Debris also was reported near 33rd and Cross, 9th Street and I-30, all in the vicinity of this tornado. And now Little Rock Police report damage in and around the Harvest Food area at 17th and Main. We have crews on the way to that location, and we have got crews throughout the area tonight, so we will be bringing back the latest information that we've had. This by far, ladies and gentlemen, is the worst outbreak of tornadoes that Arkansas has seen since March 1st of 1997. And kind of two things that are very unusual about this event is that, number one, these tornadoes are occurring this time of year in January, but conditions are very reminiscent of springtime. And also, many of these storms that are moving through the central Arkansas area are taking the same track that the storms took March 1st of 1997. We have a brand new tornado warning for Pulaski County. A brand new tornado warning for Pulaski County. This tornado warning is now in effect until 7:35 tonight. Doppler radar is indicating a tornado 12 miles southwest of downtown Little Rock. That is that secondary system coming out of Saline County. 12 miles southwest of downtown Little Rock. A possible tornado is indicated on radar. That would also configure to about 6 miles west of Wrightsville, moving northeast at approximately 45 miles an hour. The tornado would mostly affect southern Pulaski County. This tornado would affect mostly southern or southwestern Pulaski County, areas that you're looking at right now. Let's go ahead and get out of this track, and let's do a track a little bit farther south. This track is northeast at 45 miles an hour. Let's track it in through southern Pulaski County, areas like, as we just showed you, Baseline, Wrightsville, and Higgins is in the vicinity of this thunderstorm producing a possible tornado. This is the second, not the first, but the second possible tornado that is moving through the Pulaski County area. We've just also had a report that the Harvest Foods at 17th and Main has been heavily damaged. People reportedly have been trapped inside. Injuries have been reported, unfortunately, with this tornado. This is the first tornado I want to reiterate that. We are dealing with 2 tornado warnings for the Pulaski County, Little Rock area. One has already moved through, and that is the one that has moved into Lonoke County. This is a second tornado warning for Pulaski County. A second tornado warning for Pulaski County that is now moving into an area that will take it and affect mostly southern Pulaski County, which includes Batesville, Wrightsville, and Higgins by shortly after the hour, 10 to 15 after. The first storm that moved through, that is now moving into Lonoke County, several reports are coming in of damage and injuries now. Harvest Foods at 17th and Main reported heavily damaged. People reportedly trapped inside with injuries reported. Also, 9th and Freeway Pizza Hut damaged, and the Red Roof Inn damaged in the same general area. That's also 9th and Interstate 30. In the same vicinity, the Pizza Hut reported damaged, and the Red Roof Inn reported damaged. But right now, the only injuries that we have confirmed are with the Harvest Foods at 17th and Main, where people have been reportedly trapped inside that storm. We have another very strong thunderstorm in Jackson County right now, just south of the Newport area and just south of Interstate 67, 167. This possible tornadic thunderstorm is moving in a direction that will take it just south of Newport, 45 miles an hour toward the northeast. This in Jackson County will be moving into the Poinsett and Craighead County area in the vicinity of Truman eventually. But before it gets to Truman, this storm will take it through Tupelo, Beadville, Hickory Ridge, Balch, and Midway. Again, more information is coming in to Channel 7 weather. 9th and Interstate 30. The Waffle House has now been reported damaged. The Pizza Hut reported damaged. The Shell Station damaged. Power lines are down throughout the area. Also reports in the same vicinity, the Harvest Foods at 17th and Main heavily damaged with people reportedly injured and trapped inside. And the Red Roof Inn in the vicinity of 9th and Interstate 30 reportedly damaged. No reports of any injuries at the present time. Debris being reported earlier tonight near 33rd and Cross Street. Funnel cloud did touch the down there. And now we're dealing again with an additional tornadic thunderstorm moving into the Pulaski County area. This thunderstorm, the second moving through, this is the second possible tornado producing thunderstorm moving into Pulaski County. And it's going to move into an area that will take it near Baseline, Wrightsville, and Higgins. We're also looking at a very strong thunderstorm in Clark County. No tornado reported with this thunderstorm yet, but large hail can be reported, can be expected in northern sections of Arkadelphia, in the vicinity of Alpine and DeGray Lake. Some large hail, possibly an inch and 3/4 diameter, cannot be ruled out. This storm will track into western section of Hot Spring County in the vicinity of Bismarck, northern sections of Lake DeGray, and eventually possibly on toward Malvern. Additional information is going to be coming in, especially regarding damage and injuries. We have crews on the scene. I urge you to stay with Channel 7 News throughout the nighttime hours. We are going to go back to some local programming for just a few minutes and try to gather some additional information. But before we do, I want to remind people in Pulaski County again that the second in a series of 2 thunderstorms producing tornadoes is moving into Pulaski County. The second storm will be moving and affecting southern Pulaski County, including Bates, Baseline, Wrightsville, and Higgins within the next few minutes. So persons in especially central and southern Pulaski County should continue to watch for changing weather and move to a safe place immediately. We will regroup and be back in just a few minutes with additional information on heavy damage that is being reported and coming into us now in the Little Rock area, and especially reports on injuries. Stay tuned to Channel 7 for further weather developments.
This has been a Channel 7 News weather advisory.